Good morning. I want to talk to you a little bit about being organized in your business and how to keep all of those lists that you have up in the air and all those names, all those wonderful people, how to keep them organized and make sure that you're checking in regularly. So a few things that have worked really well for my business is I actually have a written planner. I used to utilize my phone, but what I found was like visually seeing it was a little bit easier for me. You can choose whatever you want, just have a planner. And then I like to fill my planner. So like this was last week, lots of activity, right? Whatever your time blocks are, make sure that they're full, okay? So keeping organized would be writing it down, having a planner, having a system in place to write down your parties, write down your events, write down who you need to check in with on what date, right? So that's tip number one. Tip number two is actually an app that I utilize because I'm on the go. I'm in my car, I'm driving to daycare, I'm at the gym, and people I'm running into, people are messaging me, and I will forget about them if I think that I need to get home and write their name down. So what I do is I downloaded an app called Google, the big Google, Keep, K-E-E-P. Okay, it's an app. It'll link to your Google account if you have one. If not, you can create one. Ladies, it's super simple. You can create lists on there. And this is a game changer because you should always have running lists. If you don't, start them now. Okay, so my lists. List number one is people shopping. People who have said, hey, I really love those Bumblebee leggings. I'm going to be purchasing those, but they haven't yet. So they go on my list, right? People who are like, hey, I really want some black leggings. I'm going to take a peek at your website. Okay, great. They go on that list. Second list is people who say, hey, I really want to host. I want to get my gear first. I want to try it out and then I'll let you know. Great. I put them on a list because I will not remember who said that to me. So they go on my potential host list. My third list, my reps. And these I break into two. So I have like my hot list reps, people who I think are going to do this within the next 60 days. And then my warm list of reps, people who are just not nearly as ready and who are like, hey, I would love to, but maybe it's financially, maybe it's just whatever excuse that they have. It just seems like it's going to be within the next 6 months or so. So they go on my list. That way I can rotate those and check in, right? So those are my three top lists. And then I have a fourth list, and that is items customers are looking for. So if I have a customer and they're like, I really want the 17-inch black crops, but they're out of stock in my size. Perfect. So I put them on that list. I write what they want and what size. And then as soon as that item restocks, I check that list. So every time I get an email from Zaya, I check my restock list or my items customers are looking for list. That way you can message them and tag them in that restock post, okay? This is going to help you stand out as far as your customer service. It's gonna help you get more orders, and it is easy follow-up. You can even say, hey, I was just cleaning out some of my lists. I had your name on my list as one of the amazing people who I think would do freaking awesome stuff with this business, and I wanted to check in and just see where you were at. Okay, everybody loves to be thought of. Everybody loves to just be checked in with. Not, hey, are you ready to start? Hey, join my team now. It's like, hey, I want to see where you're at with it. Has your situation changed? So that is ways I keep organized. Okay, another way is when I schedule parties. I'm always doing all of the work a little bit before. I would imagine you guys are too. So Cassidy created a checklist a while back, and I edited it to my own version of what I need to do. So this gives me check boxes. So I typically try and print out these receipts, although I'm going to be honest, it does not always happen. Sometimes my list looks like this. Okay. I like this better, but this works, okay? So it doesn't matter how you make it work, but this helps me make sure that I'm actually doing all of those things for my host. I want to be an amazing rep in their party, so I need to make sure that I stay organized and I'm not like, wait, did I post that? Did I do that? Because we all have a lot going on, so make stuff easy for yourself, okay? So again, you do not have to print it off, but even if you printed one off and it's just your checklist that you're doing for every person and you're just kind of like mentally checking it off, you can do that. But whatever systems you have in place, make it work for you, but have systems in place. I really hope this helps you guys create some different systems to become organized, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.